Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. So today I'm actually on to do a reading to check in with the collective, both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. I know I don't do a ton of Divine Feminine readings. I just kind of merge it all into the main readings that I do. But I wanted to specifically point out that I'll be reading into the energies of the feminine because there's definitely been a rise in numbers of divine masculines that are hopping on my channel. And the vibe I'm getting behind that is that they are very curious at this time to know what's going on in the divine feminine's life, and whether or not she's moving closer to him. Because it's not only the masculines that are caught up in a lot of these marriages and long-term relationships, or even like jobs and careers that have a bit of a hold on them. The divine feminines are also in these types of scenarios as well, and many of the masculines are thinking about them very deeply. And I feel that many masculines are searching for knowledge, and they're finding a lot of these YouTube readings or twin flame communities on whatever social media platform, because whether they realize it or not, they're connecting with people who understand them on a soul level. And they're starting to realize that, they really need to seek guidance from people who have been on this journey and who understand where they're coming from. They're done really with seeking any kind of outside support on this journey. I feel like the type of advice they're getting, it just doesn't resonate with what they know to be true about the twin flame journey or the connection with their feminine. So yeah, just a heads up to any readers as well, in case you guys are feeling this too and are maybe guided to do specific readings about the feminine collective, so that the masculines can kind of listen in. But before I begin, I just wanted to talk about the Fireplace, guys. I know a lot of you have asked in the previous videos that I did. I got it on Amazon. But I'm in Canada, so I shopped on Amazon.ca. And just honestly, all you can do is just type in portable fireplace or mini fireplace, and I got it for about $100 or so. So yeah, you guys can always search on there. It's really nice just to kind of take around the house, wherever it's cold, or even like outside in the fall, just to kind of warm up and spend some extra time out there. Maybe while you're chugging back a Guinness. But yeah, so anyways, I'm curious to dig into the energies. I actually have two song synchronicities. I don't quite know the name of the songs, and I probably should have gotten more prepared. Maybe I'll try to like tag it in the video in a title or share it in the description. But it's two songs by 112, okay? And I thought it was interesting how the songs came across because it's on the same album, and it's talking about both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So the first song from the masculine to the feminine, as to what's going on in his karmic situation, is the line in the song goes, "I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm not sorry I fell deep in love with her." So a lot of you guys might know that, so baby, do what you gotta do. So that's what he's saying in his karmic situation, is that, at this point, like I've tried to be honest with you. I've tried to tell you, like, I have a soul connection with this person. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to get rid of it. So at this time, the only thing I can do is just surrender and give this a chance and give this a shot. Otherwise, I don't know if these feelings will ever disappear. And I think that he's trying to be honest with his karmic connections at this time and say, hey, listen, like, I'm sorry I lied, but I'm in love with her, and I'm not sorry that I fell in love with her, because it's been a huge change in every area of my life. And I think that the masculines are starting to piece together that they have to be accountable to their own emotions and their own feelings, and they can't continue to run from the feelings that they feel towards their divine feminine, or try to brush off this connection and say it doesn't mean anything, it's not real. Because I feel like when the masculine gets in that place of saying it's not real, it doesn't exist, this type of love is impossible, like whatever the case is, he's speaking from like other people's perspectives that he's spoken to about this. And what he's starting to see is that, wait a second, I don't want to continue on in life having other people push me around and tell me how to think and tell me what to do, even if they've been really close to me. Because for some reason I'm getting that this divine masculine places a lot of emphasis on trying to make other people happy. Like maybe this might be a water sign I'm picking up on, because like they're just quite emotional and they're used to handling complex emotions from other people as well. But it could end up unfolding in a way where they carry for other people when they maybe don't need to. So Yeah, I feel like this masculine is starting to wake up. So what's on his mind when it comes to like the romantic feelings for his divine feminine? Okay, so codependency, and I feel like codependency is, it's wanting to make an appearance in this reading, because I think that when you step onto the twin flame journey and you're in a relationship already, many times twin flames will try to heal codependency in relationships. And a lot of us have this awakening as to why it is we stay in relationships even though our mind and our heart are telling us something different. It's like pulling us in another direction. We're faced with like, okay, what do I need to do in order to remove myself now from this situation that I'm in? The divine masculines are realizing ways that they have been codependent on their karmic partners, and they are seeing how their karmic partners have been dependent on them. And the major epiphany here is that that's not what it means to be in a relationship of like romantic love. You know, you don't just stay in a relationship with someone because you're scared that they're not going to be able to financially take care of themselves. Or you don't stay in a relationship with someone because you are afraid to hurt their feelings and you're afraid that they're going to have a hard time and not be able to like recover, is what I'm getting. It's just not a good enough reason to stay. And I think that many masculines are starting to see that. And they do have a lot of regret and remorse for not being honest sooner. But at this time, I feel like the universe is saying, hey, like at the end of the day, you're never going to free yourself from a lot of these heavy emotions being pulled in a million places at once if you don't stand up and be authentic to who it is you are. And it does say addictions are affecting your romantic life. And so those addictions that I'm picking up on could be, you know, ever since they've met the divine feminine, they're experiencing like, you know, healthy feelings in a relationship, okay? They're experiencing like what it means to be in love, what it means to communicate, what it means to give space, what it means to have your own thing going on in your own life, and still be fulfilled. A lot of them are realizing that it's like, if I'm going to be in a relationship, like I want romantic feelings to be a big part of that. Okay, many of these masculines I'm seeing, they'll come home for like from like the end of the day at work and they want to be intimate with their partner, but there's a million reasons as to why that can't happen tonight, or there's just not like that passion there, you know. And I feel like with his divine feminine, it's a different energy, you know. It's like they come home and their romantic feelings for each other is almost what refuels them from a long day, whereas getting intimacy from their own relationships that they're in now can almost seem like a task. And it just seems like it's fading out or fizzling out the more that they will come home to this type of energy, and then they're still fantasizing about their feminine or making drastic moves towards going to their feminine. Okay, and they're getting clear messages. You know, it says release your ex. And I don't know like who this message is meant for here, but you know, when we talk about karmic situations, it's also about people, places, and things that are really just holding you back or having you make excuses or just putting things in your way, and you seem to just keep going along with it, but you feel this stress, and that's that stress that you feel because you know that you've got to release and let go. The time has come to clear your energy here, and it's clearing your energy of codependency as well when you release the past, right? People, places, and things that are no longer aligning with you, divine masculine, and you know this on an intuitive level as well. And it's going to take you to a place where you're going to have some tough conversations. You are going to have to trigger some people. It will cause a lot of tower moments, a lot of friction, but you guys are prepared. The lessons are about forgiving and learning. Okay, forgiving yourself that you entered into this partnership for reasons other than love, and learning that that's just part of life, and that meeting your twin flame is nothing to be sorry about. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So release comes out twice, okay? So releasing your ex is part of releasing your past, the parts of you that no longer align, which is being in relationships for things like financial stability or trying to please, you know, your parents or your family, Maybe this might be like a relationship that your family brought together, or your family keeps trying to like keep you in because according to their values and their morals and their beliefs, it's like that's the person you should be with. No, really. But in your heart, it's like, oh, but it just doesn't feel right. You guys don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Like, I can't even be intimate with this person 5 days a week like I really want to. You know, it's like on a schedule type of thing, or when this person feels like it. Maybe a lot of these divine masculines don't even know how to stand up for themselves, or their partners might put on this very happy front in front of their family members, even in front of their own family members, but behind closed doors, it's just a really toxic connection, and even trying to like keep it together for the sake of putting on appearances on the outside for everyone, trying to make everyone else seem like, oh, this is great, we're so happy, we're so fulfilled. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like you guys take photos together and people can see it in your eyes how unhappy you are. You know, you guys will take pictures together of like, let's say being on vacation, but it's like your body language suggests that like you're so closed off from this person. There's like no physical affection, or there's no sense of like, you know, that element of like touch, or like feeling into each other in the moment. It's more just, let's get over here and take this picture with me so I can post it on social media, you know, or like come over here and stand with me in this background so I could take this picture. And then the vibe that they're trying to give out is like, oh, like, look at us enjoying this vacation. But it's like after the picture is done, it's like, okay, get out of the shot. I need to take a good selfie. So it's all part of the process, you know. It's all part of waking up to what it is we want, what it is we desire. And a lot of these moments that the divine masculines are having with their karmic partners, it's only triggering like the feelings that they're getting anyway, right? Which is, you know what to do. And the longer you keep putting on these appearances, the more these messages are going to be amplified in your life through the soul lessons, okay? Now, with the Divine Masculine Collective, I've also been getting like this heavy feeling of like, when they wake up in the morning, they feel a little like depressed. So I have my Dark Mirrors Oracle deck here, and I wanted to get into what that energy is. When they're waking up in the morning, like what's that feeling about? Like, why are they feeling so unfulfilled? Maybe what it is they're needing to like work on. Okay, so blinded to the pain. Okay, and I feel like this ties in with the codependency and release your ex, because I feel like blinded to the pain is the card that suggests that many of the divine masculines, you've got to like stand up for yourself, open up that throat chakra and speak up and say when you're unhappy, and you know, be able to stand up to like family and friends who maybe trying to keep pushing you. They keep trying to push you towards someone, or they keep trying to keep you in a relationship, or they keep trying to give you advice like, hey, you know, don't be crazy. Like, you can't think about this divine feminine. Look at her. She's already married, or she's already doing this, or she's way out of your league, or maybe she's not even in your league. Like messages like that. You know, this divine masculine is almost like, I need a timeout, because I feel like oftentimes in the past, this is the energy of like allowing other people to just say their piece and take over and make their decisions for you. And I feel like this is the energy of letting them do that, because you've been blinded to a lot of the pain that you've been feeling. And it's like, you know what, I can't even deal with it. I don't even want to make a decision. And I feel too, like with the flies around here, like I'm picking up on like this karmic person really being just such a bother, like a distraction to this masculine. But the universe is trying to let you know, like, you've got to be responsible for your own healing here by forgiving yourself and learning the lessons that you need to learn. Yeah, even the atonement card here, I can't ignore. But you've got to take the swords out of your own back, because I feel like a lot of the pain that you're feeling, you are blinded to the fact that you're the one that's in control of taking those swords out. I feel like taking those swords out and standing up for yourself go hand in hand. It's a painful process, but at the end of the day, like, that's what you need to do. You can't continue on like this. You've got to stand up for yourself and pull those swords out. Okay, Divine Masculines. So I hope that resonates for you. And what I'll do is I'll get you one more message from your Divine Feminine to let you know like what's going on with her, what's she thinking about the connection right now. No matter what you guys are going through, what does the Divine Feminine want you to know at this time, masculine? Okay, so let go of control issues. Okay, so it says allow the situation to unfold naturally. And I think that she's telling you, take your time and do what you've got to do and learn what you've got to learn, because she understands what's going on. And she knows that it's all in your own hands. She's very much aware of this twin flame connection, just like you are, even though at times it may not seem like it, especially if tables have turned and it seems like maybe she's ghosting you or ignoring you or moving on with her life, or you're maybe getting like feelings that she's with someone else or spending time with other people. You know, these are all things coming up for you to heal, because I feel like the universe is trying to say to you, you know, don't think about what your Divine Feminine is doing at this time. Just think about ways that you're able to stand up for yourself and step out of your own, karmic lessons and like heal from that and take accountability and responsibility for it. And then move towards your feminine from a place where you're free to now make your own decisions. You're free to now speak your mind and speak your truth, because I feel like the major message here for the Divine Masculine is that the reason you keep pushing and pulling with your feminine is because you're not making the proper cutting of ties with karmic situations because of fear. Okay, because it's okay to still hold on to relationships that are meaningful, that are aligning with you, that give you that feeling of elevating yourself. But if you know that there's situations or people or just certain situations happening in your life that you're in control of releasing or healing or letting go, and it's just a matter of speaking your truth and standing up for yourself, I think she's mirroring to you that's what's got to be done before you two can connect. Otherwise, you guys will just keep experiencing cycles. And I feel that for many feminines on the journey, Divine Masculine, like she's in a place where she's sitting in her Empress energy. So it's like, and you can feel it too, because now you know, okay, things are not like it used to be. She's not going to message me. She's not going to, reach out and be like, hey, just checking in, just wanted to see how you're doing. None of that stuff is happening right now. And you can intuitively feel that this is because now you are being pushed to really step up and, release a lot of this pain that you know is in front of you. Take the blindfold off and, start taking control, letting go of issues that you're deeply trying to control within other people, trying to make them change in order to understand you more or understand this connection that you feel with your feminine. It's not about trying to get other people to understand. It's about releasing and removing yourself from situations that don't align with you, period. All right, so I don't know who this message was meant for, but I hope it finds you well. Take care, and I'll catch you in the Divine Feminine reading, okay? Bye, guys.